Good morning children, hope you all are doing great. So children, today I am going to start new chapter number 4, atomic structure. Children, you know that everything is around us, whether it is living thing, non-living thing, all are made up of atoms. Okay, so in this inside the cells also everything is made up of uh, every metabolism, everything is made up of elements only. Now so we can say that atom is the smallest particle of element, as you can see in the third line, and they are the building blocks of all the matter present around us. I also explained you children that atom is electrically neutral because it contains the equal number of electrons and proton, as we all know about the atomic structure of atom. So it contains the subatomic particles, electron, protons and neutron, and protons are always equal to the electron. E is equal to P, right? So atom is electrically neutral, it doesn't contain any charges. The charges are cancelled over due to the equal number of protons and electrons present inside the atom. So in this chapter we will learn about the structure of an atom and its concept, which is given by different scientists. What is the history of this atomic structure? So here you in concept you can say we will study about the Dalton's different atomic theories given by the different scientists like Dalton's, J.J. Thomson, Goldstein, then Rutherford, Niels Bohr, different scientists. So what is the first you should remember that the atom is the meaning of atom is taken from the Greek word which means indivisible. Okay, so atomos, which is a Greek word, meaning is indivisible. We cannot divide the matter further. Okay, atom further. So you should know. Next is, what is the ancient concept of an atom? So Maharishi Kannad, you can see this picture, he is the saint. So in the 500 BC or 600 BC, he has just said, he has found, he is the he is a very good philosopher, Indian scientist and philosopher. You can see in the first floor. So he has given the so many theories related to the atoms, about the science, philosophy, religions and all. And according to his theories, what he concluded, that all the matter is made up of particle which he gave the name Parmanu. Okay, Parmanu you can say, or he said Padarth. Okay, Parmanu or Padarth. So here also it is written that in the 6th century BC around, he has said that all the matters that is present around us is made up of very tiny particle which is indivisible. Okay, so he said Parmanu, that particle. So what is the meaning of this Parmanu? Param means ultimate and Anu means particle. Anu. Okay, so everything is made up of this ultimate particle which is indivisible, which we cannot divide. Okay, so you should know this is the from the 6th century BC. Our Indian scientists, they were so intelligent, they were so intelligent that they have just discovered this. So there are so many scientists. Our Indian history is so rich. You should get information also about them. Now children, you can see this picture is of Antony Lavoisier. So he was also known as a father of modern chemistry. Okay, in the chemistry subject there are different fathers, different scientists known for doing a peculiar their inventions, their discoveries. So what he did, he is the father of, as I said, he is the father of modern chemistry, and he has just named the oxygen gas. Okay, the oxygen gas is named by him only, It is discovered by, in the class 6, you know, it is discovered by Joseph Priestley, but the name oxygen is given by Antoine Lavoisier only. Okay, so what he said that while he was doing the experiment, he said that combustion and respiration process, in both the process, oxygen plays a key role, is a very important role, and oxygen only supports burning. If oxygen is not, if oxygen will be not there, then burning will not be there. So that combustion process and respiration process, the key role of oxygen is discovered by, invented by, and explained by Lavoisier only. He also gave the percentage of oxygen. As we all know that 21% is present in the oxygen. So while he was performing, at that time while he was performing the experiment, he said only that around 20% of oxygen is present inside the atmosphere. But now we know that exactly 21% is there. So he plays a very important role. Next scientist is John Dalton. You can see here. So John Dalton also, he was also known as the father of atomic theory. Okay, so as I said, that, you know, different scientists, they have done the peculiar inventions and discoveries. For their peculiar work, they are getting these titles. Now, like, you know, for father of biology is Aristotle, so you should know these terms. Now, he just in the year 1808, he just propounded and postulates the atomic theory, and based on his theory, he has given the 6 important points. First one is that matter is made up of atoms. Everything, we all know that everything is made up of atoms. Atoms are indivisible. That both these points are said by that Maharishi Kanad also, that atoms are indivisible, they cannot be cut down, they cannot be divided further. Atoms of element are identical. Like he said that atoms of element, like hydrogen atom is made up of identical atoms. Okay, carbon atom is carbon element is made up of identical atoms. So we know that hydrogen is the element which is made up of hydrogen, chlorine is made up of the chlorine atom, iron is made up of the iron atom purely. Okay, but they have the same size, like hydrogen is having the same size, oxygen is having the different size. So these their mass is also different from each other. As we know from the periodic table, which is given by Henry Moseley, that there are 118 elements, and all the elements are different from different from each other based on these criteria only, based on their atomic sizes, based on their atomic masses, based on their physical properties, based on their chemical properties. So based on these properties only, atoms of elements are identical. Okay, now next one is third and fourth point are somewhat similar. Okay, so here they are saying atoms of different elements, and here they are saying atoms of same element. Okay, so atoms of different elements are not identical, they are different from each other. So like as I said, in a compound, we all know that hydrogen, when combined with oxygen, it form a compound water. So in the water compound, hydrogen is having that hydrogen atom only, and oxygen is having oxygen atom only. They combine chemically in a fixed ratio. Okay, but their properties, their sizes, their masses are different from each other. They are not similar or identical, but atoms of same element like hydrogen, they are same. Now atoms combine in whole number ratio only. You all know from the maths that the concept of whole number from the class 3-4. You are just learning this, what is whole numbers. Okay, so the atoms always combine in a not partly, they are always combined in a whole number, in the number of 1, 2 and others. Okay, so I have given you the water example. So water always combines in the ratio of 2:1. and when two atoms of hydrogen combine with one atom of oxygen, then only water is formed. The last one is atoms can neither be created or nor be destroyed. So we cannot create, we cannot make the atom, we cannot destroy the atom. Okay, in a chemical reaction they interchange their masses, and they will remain and that mass remain the constant always. So they cannot be, this is law of conservation of mass, that atoms cannot be created and cannot be destroyed. Okay, so children, you should remember, you should know these things, and just in a homework, just do the checkpoint exercises, please. So in the class 7 also I have explained you this theory, so you can revise your theories, and remember that Dalton gives the 6 postulates. Okay, so the simplest atomic structure, as we know from the class 7 and class 6, that atoms are made up of, or atoms are composed of 3 subatomic particles, as you can see in the last line: electrons, protons and neutrons. So for denoting electrons we are writing small e, for denoting proton we are writing small p, and for denoting neutron we are writing small n. Electron is negatively charged particles, proton is positively charged particles, neutron has the zero charge, okay, negligible charge, no charge. Now electrons is discovered by J.J. Thomson, proton is discovered by Goldstein, and neutron is discovered by James Chadwick. So in the next video I will explain you how J.J. Thomson discovered the electrons. Okay, their experiments, how it performed the experiment, how it just discovered the electrons, and name it. Now you should also know, children, that electrons are always, how electrons are arranged in the atom, electrons are always revolving around the nucleus of the atom, and protons and neutrons make up the nucleus, okay, are present in the nucleus. So we can also say that protons and neutrons is equal to nucleons. Okay, so P and N is equal to nucleons. So nucleons, whenever we say that what are nucleons, so you can say it is the sum of proton and neutron. Okay, so P plus N is equal to neutron. Now so please go through this concept. Now in the next video I will explain you the different experiment of J.J. Thomson and other scientists. So thank you, children. God bless you all. Stay safe.